The smell of pepper bullets and tear gas burned in the lungs and the eyes this morning at Broadview Village ICE processing facility, where demonstrators once again gathered to try and prevent ICE vehicles from coming in and out of the center. ICE kept firing tear gas, flashbangs, and some rubber bullets against a peaceful crowd who was attempting to stop and block the cars steadily through the day. The tear gas was successful in driving the demonstrators out onto the street into the afternoon. The morning began with the daily prayer ritual that had been held since before demonstrations had started. You could hear the less lethal projectiles ping off from hundreds of yards away. Flashbangs fell really closely to people's feet.
Watch out!
I was standing over here, the first batch, a car come in, or a truck come in, people pounding on it, trying to get in, and we got to about right here, and they just started unloading pepper. Poop, 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 and I got shot. I took like 5 hits. Only one good bruise, but I got one here, a couple down here, like 5. And then on the second wave, I was standing along the perimeter there behind against that building, and one of the photographers said, "Hey man, that guy is zooming in on you." And then he put a round right above my head, boom, on that building. So he was like aiming at my head type shit. So
Pepper bullets?
Yeah, pepper bullets. Found a couple.
Demonstrators were only clear from the back, with ICE officers shooting from the side at the fence. An officer stayed on top of the processing center, lobbing less lethal munitions. They eventually rushed the crowd out of the parking lot, escalating their violence. The tear gas was suffocating and burning the eyes. I don't want to dramatize the danger that was felt. I felt relatively secure, but it felt like anything could go wrong at any given moment. I saw one detention happen as officers tried to push the demonstrators back. This was around 10:30 a.m. The conditions turned unmanageable to just standing without taking a breath outside. I talked to Mary, who showed up early this morning and suffered a bit, along with the rest of the demonstrators.
Tear gassed? I was on the other side.
Yeah, I had just gotten here and I was by the street and I thought it was probably a pretty safe area. I'm older, so I'm trying to be safe, but literally within 45 seconds somebody said, "Get your gas masks on," and people started running, and then you could feel it immediately.
Did you expect that to happen coming into today?
I kind of expected that they were going to pull their usual stunts, which that's what they've been doing. But I kind of thought maybe I was in a safer zone, and I absolutely was not. So
you spent a bit of time here, you said. So you've seen the antics, as you described them.
Yeah, it's terrifying. This is my 3rd time, and now we have this fence here, but before there was no fence. And you could see these ICE agents standing on the roof, and they're using these rubber pellets, they're using tear gas, they're using pepper spray. And I don't know what this crowd is doing wrong. There's musicians here, it's joyous. And then you contrast that with their behavior. It's stunning.
off the grass onto the street further away from the facility.
The demonstration portion that I was at dwindled around noon. We still saw a few tosses of folks as cars tried to get in, and ICE was successful in doing so, having pushed the demonstrators out.
Out, nothing major happened to you, but you
The ICE
murdered
officers
a
were getting
man.
tackled pretty bad all day.
You murdered
Couldn't help
a
but
man.
wonder
It
if
was
it
like
weighed on
less
their
than 2
minds
weeks ago.
after.
You remember. You remember. This guy knows. Why'd you guys murder that guy? I know you think he dragged you, but really, you murdered someone in my city that you are not supposed to be in. Why'd you do that?
You're not supposed to do because you're not real fucking cops.
Governor doesn't want you here.
Nobody
Mayor of
wants you
Chicago
here.
doesn't want you in
Nobody
Chicago.
wants you here.
That's so fucking weird.
Nobody wants you.
What do you guys think tyranny is?
Nobody wants
What do you guys think Nazis are? You think you have to be German to be a Nazi?
Secret police. They have come for your info.